like me personally, I was a fan of Fresh and Fit, right? I even purchased like their networking shit, you feel me? Right? But where I sort of hopped off board is because I acknowledge Fresh as being black, right? Myron is an Arab. So
That's what got you off the program?
No, right? So I hold them to two different standards, meaning like if Fresh want to coon, and do the monkey and the KKK and the Nazi salute, right? Like he's black, so I can probably say, bro, right? Like you're just cooning. I don't think that you have the capacity to really hate black people like that because you are black.
Isn't the whole point of calling somebody a coon to say that they hate black people? The whole point is they're self-hating, right?
Yes, right. But like, it's not, for example, right? Like them like having like self-hatred, I don't think is as strong as a down south like like a down south like KK dude, right? Right? It's two versions of hate, right? So even if Fresh like does like the KK mask, I can still like see that as okay, he's cooning. He don't have the capacity to hate us as much as a down south white guy, right?
Okay.
Myron's an Arab, so he for sure has the capacity, right? So when he does the KKK shit and the Nazi solution, like it's like, oh, that's alarming, that's scary, because you can truly have that hate capacity, right?
I'm curious. What is Myron's background? Where was he born?
He's from Sudan, like that's Africa, right? But though there's North and South Sudan, right? I think like South is like the Dinka people, super dark-skinned black people. North got like evaded by like the Arabs at some point. There's a mixture there of like the Middle Eastern, right? So he's part of the Middle Eastern, the Arab clan of people.
What do you think his experiences in the United States growing up? Do you think he was treated as an Arab, or do you think he was treated as a black guy?
He was probably treated as a black guy and outside of his like home, right? But while being home though, they instilled still like the principles of we aren't niggas, we aren't black, you are not black, right? So even like for example, man, like
are both his parents from Sudan?
Yes, right?
Okay.
Like here, right? Like for example, like there's like Facebook posts, right? Like that's being leaked where it's like there's like Myron's like white friend like took like a picture of him cleaning up and posted it and says my nigga cleaning, right? Or like my right, which is kind of like no black guy who truly identified as black would find something like that humorous. But he don't really, right, like qualifies
When you
as
say
black.
cleaning, does he mean like cleaning up, like shaving, or do you mean like cleaning his house like a slave?
Well, a house like a slave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right? So like when I seen him doing the whole shtick, that's where I kind of like it hopped off that bandwagon.
I'm curious, do you think I actually don't know the answer to this. Do you think the Fresh and Fit audience, do you think they see Myron as black, or do you think they see him as Arab?
Yo, like, that's good. Like, you feel like the majority of their audience is black or white?
I think it's the majority is probably white just because the internet is so white, but I bet they have a way higher percentage of black fans than like I do.
Yeah.
Like if I had to guess, I'm throwing out total bullshit numbers, my guess is going to be they probably have like 35% black fans, whereas somebody like me would have like 2 or 3% black fans, maybe.
Sure.
That'd be like my guess.
You 2 or 3? Nah, bro. Like, now like you have like a much higher percentage of black fans, right?
Maybe like 5 or 10 at the most.
10? Oh yeah, true that, right? Here, so yeah.
Remember, the composition in the United States is like 11% of people are black, right?
Oh yeah,
and then the internet skews way more educated, way more wealthy, way more white. Like all of those things like skew in favor of like white people.
Yeah. So I feel like the overwhelming majority of his fans don't consider him. Sorry, his like black fans, right? Don't really like count him as a black man, right?
Huh.
Because one, like he don't even like have hair, right? And just like his entire background don't really scream black, right? He grew up in like I think Boston.
Maybe. What do you think about Fresh?
Fresh, black.
Because Fresh, I'm just stereotyping based on how he looks. I could be totally wrong. Fresh doesn't look like he's African American. He looks like he came from Africa, did he?
Yes, right?
So isn't it true also that like African black people can sometimes have huge problems with African American people? So wouldn't he have the capacity to hate? Like I've heard a lot, I've got friends on stream now who are like Africans and hate black people.
Cool. Yes, yeah, right.
No, not even. They don't even see themselves as the same.
Tethers.
They're like, we're actually African, pure blood, African descendant or whatever. We sold you, motherfucker. and we hate you.
No,
right?
that's
Like
crazy.
those types of people.
Yeah, of course, right? Yes, right now, yes, right. So there are like tethers, there are coons, right? But like here, maybe like it's just me having like just like faith that it's hard for me to really like think that somebody like who looks like Fresh, right? Who's as black as he is, as dark as he is, right? He must have gone through the exact same things as us in this country, right? Well, again,
No
like
shot. I totally disagree.
what? Fresh? Wait, here, listen. If Fresh like goes out, he's the first one to get like discriminated against.
I feel like when it comes to growing up black in the United States, I feel like people that are African immigrants, I think have a similar experience, more similar to white people than they do for African
No,
Americans.
me.
Huh?
Me.
Where do you come from?
Liberia.
Yeah, I'd say you too then. We're brothers. We're brothers. What up?
We're brothers, right? No.
I think that there is, I think there's a lot
Of course.
that, no, discrimination. Because that's like the least important defining aspect, I think, of like black experience in the United States. I think there's a lot for African American descendants of slaves, the communities that they live in, the history that they have, the way that men and women view each other, like crime, wealth, all of that, the generational issues, the grandparents that couldn't own houses or go to non-segregated schools, right? I think that is an experience, and people that, not to hate on anybody, I'm not hating on anybody, but people that just immigrate from like Kenya or Nigeria and then come to the United States and like, oh yeah, like I'm black too because I got pulled over once in my nice car.
Of course.
But like their families are wealthy, they're really well educated, they go to nice schools, they live in nice neighborhoods, they speak very well. I don't want to say white, but they speak very like. I feel I feel like their experience is fundamentally different than like African American. The only reason I'm saying this also is because I noticed as I was talking to people, I started to get a couple of emails. There's this one black lady that emailed me a lot, and she was like, "You need to stop letting these." What? No, not her. Somebody else. And she was like, you need to be careful when you talk to black people about black experience in America because every major black person online that is like a speaker for the African American community are always African immigrants. And their experiences in the United States are way different than people growing up. Like, and I don't want to say like every African American grows up in the projects or whatever, but there's like a history there that's carried like generation through generation that's a lot different than people that immigrated from Africa, right?
Yeah. Now, like, maybe it's because, like, for example, and I'm Liberian, right? So I have a direct, like, right, like for example, like my people, I think like experienced like cattle slavery in Virginia, right?
Okay.
So like right, so like being like a Liberian, right? Like we actually know like like we were like free slaves who was on back, right? So maybe like my attachment here like makes me, I guess, a tad bit more pro-black.
Sure, maybe, yeah.
Than let's say like Fresh, who's from like Trinidad, I think, right? He's like a Caribbean guy who comes here and he probably thinks, oh, these people are still in the hood because they are like lazy as fuck, right?
Yeah, I would say like Fresh probably has, I'm not saying he in particular, but I'm saying with his background, right? Because you're talking about like experienced racism and all that. Like, do you think we're experiencing that in Miami Beach?
No.
Yeah.
No, right?
Miami Beach almost has more, I don't know what the demographics are, but just from walking around, there's like more like brown and black people there than there are white people, right?
Oh, wait. Like there's like brown people there too?
In Miami Beach, I feel like, yeah, I see quite a bit, but.
Damn.